Howdy, 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 y'all. Yes, Janine, you're on time. You're early, actually. Thank you for being here. U-Haul, thank you for being here. Oklahoma Outlaw, I don't know if you're still here, but you're not. I only see one person. I'm probably interrupting somebody else's live stream, I think is what's going on. Because nobody's here. Okay, I guess we'll get this started anyway. Howdy, y'all. Thank you for being here. Whoever's here, give it a couple more minutes and see if anybody shows up. I have an idea it's going to be a busy night. You see, for public safety and Powdered Dusty are doing a live stream right now, having a pretty important conversation. So we're probably going to end up keeping this short tonight. But I had a couple conversations. Yeah, I know you're here. I'm not leaving yet. I'm glad you're here. Hey, Matt, how you doing, brother? You two know each other very well. Matt and Janine, you both know each other very well. So say hello. Anyway, thanks for being here, guys. I have the sniffles. Don't know how to explain it. Think it's that time of the year. I'm, by the way, I'm proud of you, Matt. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm proud of you. Anyway, it's just going to be a few of us. Like I say, there's a larger channel right in the middle of a live stream that they didn't tell me it was going to be happening, so I scheduled anyway. So it's just us here, friends. Anyway, I was supposed to have my 1 year oncology visit tomorrow. Hey, U-Haul, thank you for being here, brother. Thank you for being here. Anyway, we got that all confused. They don't have a blood test yet, so, and I can't get a blood test again if I get one now. So we have to schedule everything for when it's all been scheduled for. And one hand doesn't know what the other is doing, and that's kind of what the medical field is all about today. Anyway, everything will start falling together about the middle of February or about the middle of October. And as far as my health is concerned, I've been getting a little sick once in a while. I had a cold a couple of weeks ago, I think 3 weeks ago. Anyway, Jan and I had a conversation yesterday. I think we do real good to repeat what we were talking about what's going on in our world, the assassinations, the political backstabbing that's going on, the things that are going on in our world. And I run across a podcast that a guy named Ben Davidson, Janine, you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, I just, it wasn't that. Our typical government things we were talking about, but we are also seeing other things I'm seeing other things that are going on. The vitriol, the anger, all that's going on in our world is tied to what's going on in our world's going through changes that are actually going to be pretty violent. I don't think anybody's ready for it. Yeah, I agree with. We're all on the same page with our government here, guys. So it's not. I'm trying not to get into the politics of it. See, I learned a long time ago. Quickest way to start an argument: money, politics, or religion. I try not to get into any of that. Anyway, the thing with Charlie Kirk, he's an activist. He was an influencer, not much different than I am. I've known other influencers, people out there trying to make change, make differences. Let's use Eric Brandt as an example. None of you guys probably, maybe U-Haul has heard of him, but they took the wind right out of his sails by putting him in prison for about 3 years. He just got out. He's on parole. He's got an ankle monitor. He can't do anything. They shut him right up. When they want you to shut up, they'll find a way to shut you up. I don't have to agree with the man. I don't have to agree with what he's saying, but I have to stand up for his right to say it. We all do. That's what our Constitution means. That's what our country's founded on. I don't have to agree with you, but we can find a peaceful way to disagree instead of it boiling over and people getting hurt. I think we covered this last week, but there are things going on in our world that mainstream media is not covering. Like an attack on a U.S. helicopter in the Baltic Sea, international waters. Look at Jimmy Kimmel. You're right. Jimmy Kimmel's the second one. They're canceling if that doesn't go with the narrative, we want him gone. You're gonna, and most of the networks have bended their knee. We're going to publish only what you allow us to publish. You can label it whatever you want. Anti-fascism is anti-fascism. Fascism is the truth. So here's what I've learned, and these are very cliche. History repeats itself. It's doing that again. And I think it was Thomas Jefferson that said that those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. History's written by the victors. The only way you can find that's what mainstream media is. They're history as it happens. This is what's happened. And if the narrative is skewed, that's not history. That's propaganda. That's what they want us to believe. I was taught to think for myself. I hope all of you do as well. I know Janine, you do well. Matt, you figured the message out years ago. U-Haul, we're just getting to know each other. But thank you for being here, guys. I know this is very short, but that's kind of what I wanted to say tonight. We have a storm moving in, so I keep hearing thunder out here, so I know it's about ready to take me off. I keep getting a weak signal monitor up here. Yeah. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I'm glad you're here, U-Haul. At least everybody else, even my moderators, are all on another channel tonight. They can only do one at a time. I get it. Just like you guys on your phone. That's what they're doing it on. Um, as, there's going to be a few announcements as far as my news channel's concerned. Those are coming up here in a couple weeks. I have big things in the works. Big things in the works. Y'all be proud of what I'm doing. I love y'all. We're going to cut this short tonight. I'm trying not to butt into other people's time. I know you guys are the ones who are always here. I'm happy you are. Jan, it's always great to see you. You too, Matt. U-Haul. Have a good night, everybody.